And so our next speaker is Nancy Crosby with Natural Bio Wisdom PMA. She is a holistic health practitioner with a focus on non-invasive digital energy scanning. And her speech title is Alarming, Critical, and Impacting Us All. 10 years ago, she found the topic of minerals to be a yawn. But after digging in, she found it enlightening and empowering. It has equipped her with practical perspectives to understand one of the key root causes of the state of our country's health and nutrition. So everyone, please help me welcome Nancy.
I have a little seed I'd like you to plant in the back of your minds tonight as you listen to my presentation and then throughout the rest of the evening. And that seed is that self-care is a reflection of self-esteem. Did you know that H2O, pure water, will not conduct electricity? Why is that important? Because without electricity, there's no brain function. Your brain won't work. Everything you do is controlled by electrical signals running throughout your body. Minerals conduct electricity. I'm getting some nods over here. No minerals, no electricity, no brain function. Minerals are a key factor in the state of our health because they are responsible for a multitude of bodily functions. There's two different categories of minerals. There's macrominerals and microminerals. What differentiates them? It's simply the amount that we need to consume each day. Macrominerals are over 100 milligrams a day, and microminerals are less than 100 milligrams a day. By the way, microminerals are also called trace elements. All right, next. Our bodies cannot manufacture minerals. That means we must consume them. It's determined at this point in time that we need 18 different minerals. Who knows if that number will change as time goes on. As I said, we can't manufacture them, so we need to consume them. We don't digest rocks very well, but we do digest plants pretty well. Two areas that are great to access our minerals would be plants, make that growing plants that are in wet soil so that they can absorb minerals. Another great source are the animals that eat those plants. And what can be the causes of mineral deficiencies? Well, we all know that the standard American diet is pretty pathetic, right? So if we're not eating it to begin with, that's a problem. Next, if those minerals aren't in our soils, they can't be in our food, and they can't be in our bodies. Now, you'll find differing opinions about the state of minerals in our soil in America on a report from 1936 and whatnot, but we do know that food doesn't taste like it used to, right? Okay. Another reason for low minerals would be low stomach acid. There's a couple of reasons for this. One is that as we get older, our stomachs have less production of hydrochloric acid. We need that acid to help digest our food. Another thing is that a lot of people are taking antacids. We think about all the people on those medications, when in actuality, many of them probably don't have enough acid. And we need a difference in the pH of our esophagus and our stomach to close that sphincter. So sometimes people that are taking these pills really don't need them. They just need more acid. And then another area is, another reason for low stomach acid is diluting our food. Now, many of us know that. We don't ask for water when we go out to dinner. Maybe we'll have a glass of wine, which I like to do once in a while, or a beer or a juice or something like that. But even those beverages have a lot of water in them. So when we're drinking those liquids, we're diluting our food. And there's been a lot of talk about stress in the last few minutes up here. And believe it or not, stress is also a reason why we lose minerals. When we're under stress, our body tends to dump minerals. All right, so now I'm going to jump into practical perspectives to make sure I get them in the time allotted. One of the things you can do, make sure that your supplements are whole food based. Really important. Next, sea salt. A doctor that I work with said, we can do IVs to give you minerals, or you can just take a pinch of sea salt and put it under your tongue a few times a day. After a few weeks or a month, you'll start to build up your mineral levels. If you don't want to put it under your tongue, you could put it in a glass of water. All right, next, at no cost and maybe even cost savings, remember we talked about liquids? Minimize or even eliminate to the extent you are comfortable your liquids while you're eating your food. Might even save you money. All right, and then actually if you do that, you can maybe help reduce allergies as well. A common deficiency I'd like to talk about is chromium. Chromium helps insulin get blood sugar into our cells. Let me say that again. chromium helps insulin get blood sugar into our cells. There's a study that compared flour from 1962 to 2002 and looked at the level of minerals in there. Out of a whole bunch of different statistics, it included chromium, 98% less chromium in 2002 versus 1962. I'm going to ask you a question. Could this be contributing to the incidence of diabetes in our country? How do you know if you have deficiencies? Symptoms and screenings. One of the screenings you can do is doctor or blood tests, or you can do something called spectroscopy, which is similar to what they use in the environmental industry to figure out how much lead there is in paint. Okay, so there's several more. Come and talk to me later. I wanted to just leave you with this thought that minerals are a back to basics foundation for our health. Remember, no minerals, no electricity, no brain function.